down at home if you see me wearing different clothes every 2 minutes. Just know that the reason why is because my mum has got 6 dogs, I have 2. When they're together, we have a pack of 8, and with a pack of dogs, you get a lot of hair, and I would rather not have them on my nice clothes. 2 days ago was the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, and I'm already feeling so much better knowing that the nights are going to be getting brighter, and it's only going to be up from here until we get to summertime. So I'm very much feeling those good vibes. In order to make the most of it, I am wrapping up work at 1 o'clock, and as soon as 1 o'clock hits, we're going on a walk, and I am gonna take one of the dogs and just have a little stomp around the countryside because it is beautiful here and I don't get to do this when I'm up in the city, so why not? Get some steps in, get the body moving and make the most of the daylight. And if you're not making the most of the daylight, this is your reminder to do so. Joe is currently giving one of my mum's dogs what we call the Joe cut because he notoriously likes to cut our dogs' hair right down, keeping them very trimmed, which is probably an understatement. He literally likes almost no fur left on them so they can't get dirty. And my mum has asked or requested that our dogs get the same treatment whilst he's here. He did tell me this morning, he asked her, how extreme do you want me to go? And she said, extreme. So I'm curious to see what the dog's gonna look like on the other side. I'm gonna need to find a before photo and show you the after because I already know it's gonna make me giggle. Getting the Joe cut. What is it? It's butter. I'll probably slowly introduce you to some of the dogs, but here is one of them. Didi. Up, 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 up. There we go. This is Dave, also known as Didi. And he is a big, friendly giant. All he wants to do is cuddle all day. He's so adorable. And he's one of my favourites. Don't tell anyone else I said that. He actually was, I can't remember what it's called, but when he was born, his mum had died. So he was hand-reared. And I think because he's hand-reared, he is just such a big people person. He just loves cuddles. And he is just connected with me so much. He's my favourite, and I think I'm his favourite too. Although he hates his ears being touched. He's not right. Oh, thank you. He also doesn't realise his size. He thinks he's like a tiny little puppy. And Flo has already featured before, but this is Florence. Her name's actually just Flo. She gets called every nickname under the sun. She gets Flo, Flo Flo, Floaty, Floaty Heed, Moo, Moo Moo, and probably loads more, and she loves answering to all of them, and she will probably always have a ball in her mouth if she's got the opportunity. Can I see it? Thank you. You need to show your pretty face. I think that's Esme's haircut done. I'm gonna see what she's like when she comes in. She's just coming now. Oh, where's your ears gone? Thank you.
Yeah. Oh.
So dark. Oh. Would you like a digestive biscuit? Well done. Well done. Well done. What are you after? It is Christmas Eve and my family do all their cooking on Christmas Eve, so we can very much just relax on Christmas Day. However, my mum is away to the pub and so is my sister. So I have been left in charge of the sticky toffee pudding, which I have the recipe for right here. I thought I would film me attempting to make it. I will say, I love a sticky toffee pudding. I am going to put it out there that it's one of the best desserts. There's not many other desserts that I would pick on top of a sticky toffee pudding. However, my mum does not like dates, so she makes her sticky toffee pudding without dates. And I don't know about you, but I just think that's just plain wrong. If there's no dates in a sticky toffee pudding, then I don't know if it can be classed as a sticky toffee pudding. So today I'm going to be making what I'd like to call a cake, and then I'll probably leave the toffee sauce for her because we're not going to put it on today anyway. And I really don't want to be the one to muck it up. So let's make some sticky toffee pudding. I've also just gone and dropped half of my mum's recipes from her little book into a full sink of water. So I'm going to have to try and try these out now. I don't even know what this is. Tori's curry sauce, who knows? She has the most random recipes printed in here. And then one that looks like it's been... If this isn't the most mum thing you've ever seen, I'm gonna let them dry out so I don't get in trouble when she gets home. Right, sticky toffee pudding time. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and swap to the mixer because this is not looking like cake batter. I don't know what I've done wrong or if I've done anything wrong at all, but I think I'm gonna get the mixer out because this is looking like a biscuit base, a buttery biscuit base. I figured out what it was, I forgot the eggs, but I'm still gonna get the mixer out, so let's keep going. Oh, she got it. Okay, we're on the last bit of milk. I never know when they say to add things gradually, just how gradually, so I hope this was enough. I really don't want to be the one to ruin Christmas dessert. And in case anyone wants a recipe, you can screenshot it here. It kind of looks burnt, but I think it's okay. don't they?
And then they put the crushed it at the bottom of the glass.
Cheers.
And it's diet lemonade.
Oh, it does taste okay.
Better have a two. Oh.
I've got one, motherfucker.
I had a double one. That's me.
Oh, sorry.
Well, that's a good.
Ladies and gentlemen, gather around the hearth and join us for a splendid treat this Christmas season.
Oh, the bed sheets off. Isn't it? It is Boxing Day and I am just getting ready to pack up the car with all this stuff and head back up the road. And I hope everyone had a nice Christmas. Mine was nice, but I am very much looking forward to just being back in my own flat and not travelling for a little while because it's all I've done this year, and it would be nice to just stay at home and feel like I have a base for more than a week. I think we're going to do a food shop, and then we are watching Stranger Things today, and we're probably not going to do much else. Bye Ralphie. Bye Buzzy. Bye Mama. Oh. Bye Dee Dee. We got back last night and settled, and I have woke up fresh as a daisy. I have food here, if you can't tell. That's why Penny is sitting waiting. But I'm just about to film what I got for Christmas. I've got my little snack, a little cinnamon bun from Tesco that Penny is eyeing up. And I'm going to sit and chomp away at this. I was going to add it into this video, but I kind of want to make it its own thing. So I'm going to film it separately, and if you want to see that, it'll probably already be uploaded, so go and have a look. You're not allowed a cinnamon bun. That's actually quite good. I thought it was going to be a wee bit stale tasting, but it's actually really nice. I've just finished filming my What I Got for Christmas 2025 video. And before I did that, I actually went to the shop and I still haven't unpacked it, so I thought we could unpack it together. Also, I know I keep banging on about this brand, but I am just obsessed with these earrings. They're so freaking cool. They're so me. And previously I didn't really wear dangly earrings, but I feel like these are so not obnoxious that I can get away with them. And I've already lost one of my other ones because I am terrible with jewellery. My mind is all over the place. We did a food shop yesterday because our fridge, cupboard and freezer were all empty. We have not been here for weeks, so we really don't have anything, or we didn't have anything. So we did a big little shop. Love a little shop. And today, something in me just was burning to go to Tesco. So I went to Tesco and I did a little bit of damage on probably a whole load of guff. I got some Pringles, which feels like a necessity for New Year's Eve. Someone back me up. If you've got dogs, you'll know. Lint rollers. I think I bought the whole of Tesco's limes because, again, another necessity for Hogmanay is mojitos, and we've really been in a mojito mood recently. I usually am a margarita girl, but Joe loves a mojito, and so do I, and this isn't even all of them. So I just bought loads of limes, and also I did need them for a few recipes that I want to do, and they didn't have any in Lidl, so Tesco's really pulled through for me. Another 4, so many limes. More limes. I also had to scan them all individually, which is so annoying for no reason. Some ginger, again, they didn't have that in Tesco, and I wanted it for some Hainanese chicken, which is one of my favourite go-to recipes to make as someone who is not all that good at cooking. I am very aware, as someone who worked in Sainsbury's for years whilst I was at uni, how annoying it is when people come into the shop at this time of year. So I hate to have been that person, but you know what, I did do the self-checkout and I didn't bother a single soul, so hopefully it wasn't too bad. Some baking paper. I was going to actually make cinnamon rolls, but I decided to be lazy and I just bought them, and that is one of the things that I've just absolutely scoffed. 2 packs of eggs, and I actually made the rookie mistake of not checking them before I checked out. I usually always do that and I didn't. All good. Are the other 6 all gonna have survived? And if they haven't survived, it was in my bag, it was in the shop already. No, we're all good. Also a little top up of my favourite salt because we are running seriously low and I cannot cope with anything. I actually bought this, right? Oh, wrong side. From a farm deli shop, which you'll have seen in the last video if you watched it. Go and check it out. And it's the same Maldon salt, but it's smoked. And I thought, oh, that would be really good. And I was craving dippy eggs and soldiers with a bit of smoked salt on it. I opened the packet and the smell of it actually makes me gag. I can't do it. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to eat it. Just in case you were wondering. The last lime, I'm telling you, there's no more. Cans of chickpeas. I got some crumpets for the freezer. Some breakfast muffins for the freezer, which that is one option for New Year's morning, and our second option will be the Just Roll pan au chocolats, which again is such a cringe word to say. I always talk about how embarrassing I find it to say words that aren't English words. So for example, a croissant. I find that such an ick to say. Like, I'm gonna go red just thinking about it. Like, do you put on the accent or do we not? Do I say a pan au chocolate, or a pan au chocolat? I don't know. And the last thing was these, because my skin is breaking out right now because it's the time of the month. Okay, I'm gonna put all this away and then I'm gonna get on the sofa, put my blanket on and rot in front of the TV for a couple of hours. Joe is away out for the day. I've had the dogs out already, so they are tired. And now it is my turn to just switch off, not talk to anyone, and rot for a while. I was going to do some baking, but do you know what? One of my main things that I want to change about myself is like how fast-paced I am all the time. So this is going to be my day of slowing down, really just paring it back and only doing what I need to do. But I will cook a nice meal later, so that will be my big old job for the day, which seems a little silly. However, it is Christmas gooch. It's Christmas gooch. And if you don't know what that is, either Urban Dictionary it or just move on with your day. It really won't make a difference to your life, I promise. Good morning. My hair is crazy. I don't know about everyone else, but I need to curl my hair or make it very big so that by the time that I leave the house, it's like fallen and looks somewhat normal. I'm just getting ready to go into town and meet my friend who I don't get to see very often. I've got my little festive pajamas on. These are from Sainsbury's, actually, from two, and they're just like a almost corduroy feeling pajama with little stars. I don't even know what you would call that. They're almost like embossed into it, but I love them and they're super cozy. I cannot believe that it is Sunday already. These weeks are just flying by at the end of the year. I don't know if that's just what happens when you get older, but every year, every week, every day just seems to get quicker and quicker. And soon it'll be Christmas next year, although that is absolutely crazy to say. I am just getting ready to spend my last day of the week in town, and I'm gonna go and see my friend who I don't get to see very often. It's actually a friend that I used to live with when I went to boarding school, and he got married earlier this year in the Dominican, so me and Joe went to that, and him and his wife are over for Christmas, so we are gonna go and meet up with them for lunch. Joe only if he's gonna make it in time. He is down at home, so I'm not sure that he will, but if not, he'll just tag on afterwards. They want to go to lunch, and as someone who is a self-proclaimed foodie, I can't really get away from the foodie title because I do have a whole Instagram essentially dedicated to it. That means I am always the person that gets asked to pick the foodie spot. They want to go for some lunch, so what I have done and what I always tend to do, just in case anyone else is the same as me and needs some tips on how to navigate the situation, I always pick between 3 and 5 places. Sometimes I ask what the vibes are before, but in this situation, it was just lunch. So I'll pick 3 to 5 places, all of which are usually very different, and I'll just say the name, and in a little bracket, I'll give a brief description, and then I let them pick. And I just think that is the easiest way. And it's also like a win-win because at least both parties know that they want to go there. And I've had a bit of a say in it, which feels nice. And I like getting a say in it, but I don't always like to be the person deciding where we go, purely because if it's a new place and it doesn't turn out to be great, I don't want to get the blame. It's a recurring theme from when I was baking the sticky toffee. I don't seem to like to be able to take the blame, which is maybe something I need to work on in 2026. So out of all the options, they have chosen to go to Pomelo, which actually has been on my list to go to for years now. It is an Edinburgh hotspot. It is one of the go-to places. If you're a tourist, it's probably one of the first videos you're seeing to go and get some Asian hand-pulled noodles. They look unbelievable. The only thing is, and I did mention this in my little brackets, is that it is notoriously hard to get a table for because they are walk-in only. They're also open kind of random hours sometimes, so they might not be open on a day that you want to go. And I imagine, even though I've not been, that the place is rather small. But we're going to take our chances, and worst comes, if we can't get in and they're fully booked, even though you can't book, if they're filled up, we'll just find somewhere different. It's not a big deal. But it'll be lovely to go and catch up with both of them before the new year starts. It's very rare that I get a morning to myself at home. Because Joe's away down at his family's, I was the person who had to get up with the dogs and walk them, feed them. I'm usually the bedtime person because I am a night owl. However, this morning I was up nice and early, feeling fresh, weirdly enough. It's not usually my go-to feeling in the morning. I've had so much time to sit and work on little projects I've been wanting to work on, as well as just chilling and doing a lot of thinking. Also, I'm aware that I look crazy, but I like to let this dry before I put anything else on it to make sure that it lasts a wee bit longer. And one thing I did this morning was when I woke up, one of my worst habits, but I have a feeling everyone else does it too, is I like to scroll on social media, which usually isn't a problem. However, this morning when I opened that app, the first couple of posts that I read all were made using ChatGPT, and it just sent me into overdrive, and I actually just had to exit off and go and do something else because I couldn't cope with it. Now, don't get me wrong, I think there's a time and place for ChatGPT and AI to be used. However, when it comes to taking over creativity and replacing your basic human thoughts and words. Like, we must realize that that is absolutely ridiculous. For the people that do use AI, I hope it's not you watching, because if it is, you're in trouble. I just hope they know that it is so obvious to like their viewers, their audience, their consumers, that it is so obvious, and it really, really frustrates me. To be honest, all I want to do when I see that is hit the unfollow button. 2026 is probably going to be the year that if I do see it, I will actually just hit the unfollow button. I'm almost scared to see where AI goes in 2026, because it is one of these things that is just like rapidly growing. I know that I've been caught out on TikTok quite a few times actually with videos that are AI, but I do worry where AI is going and what it's going to look like in a year's time from now. It'll be very interesting to reflect on, that's for sure. Anyway, that's me finished my makeup. I don't think I've actually shown what I wear on a daily basis on any socials, especially here considering it is technically my second vlog. But in case you're curious, I like to keep things very, very simple. I don't like to put too much on because my skin just breaks out. I use the number... Oh, is she gonna focus? I use the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Serum Concealer. Super lightweight, but I think the coverage is just enough. If you've got like really, really dark under eyes, I don't think it would cover it. It's definitely a light to medium coverage. But if you want the kind of natural look and some skin showing underneath, it's perfect. For all over my face, I stick with number 7. I think they're such a good brand, and most of the products that I've tried from them are very natural looking. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they might be tailored towards more aged skin, and with that you don't usually find that products are super cakey. So I use the number 7 Hydro Luminous Moisturizing Foundation. This also has SPF in it, which is always good because I'm terrible at putting SPF on its own. Again, because I can never find a good one. I actually used to use the CC cream, and I don't know how I made it over to the moisturizing foundation. I think the other one was maybe out of stock when I went to repurchase. But I've been using this now for over a year, maybe over 2 years, and it has never failed me, so we're sticking with it. Then I use a little camo liquid blush from e.l.f. in the shade Suave Mauve. I don't know how you say that. I usually just shove whatever translucent powder I've got on. I actually don't even do that every day, but I did today. And then the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the shade Light because if you cannot tell, I am very, very fair. And then I think that's pretty much me. I shove a little bit of NYX eyebrow pencil on, and then the Maybelline Lash Sensational for mascara, which again, I've been using this for as long as I can remember. Most of my products are very much just drugstore. I don't like to go crazy and buy super expensive products because I honestly just don't see the point. I think if I was going to buy expensive products, it would be more for skincare rather than makeup. But I tend to find that if your skin is looking healthy and glowy underneath, then you can get away without buying a 40 quid foundation and your skin still looks natural and glowy with a bit of coverage. And then it's absolutely insane lip liner that I've got on. I'm very aware that I actually look like a cartoon. It is the Tana X Tarte 2 lip liner. I actually prefer the other one, but mine bloody snapped because I had it out in the heat. So I've got the darker one on. I let it set and then I put the melt mask on top, and it kind of just blends in all of the corners. And if I don't have a melt mask on hand, I just shove on any lip balm or lip gloss kind of situation and it all does the trick. But the lip liner is the Tana one, and it is the only influencer collab product that I've ever bought in my entire life, I think. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. And I freaking love it. I just need them to make it more accessible to buy in Scotland because I did have to ship it over. It did come quick, but that to me is just a bit of a ball ache, and I probably won't repurchase unless I can get it in the UK. But I do love it. Okay, I'm gonna go get changed and then I will bring you along to lunch. It's Philly Boots, so we're gonna go somewhere else. I think we've decided we're gonna go to Noodles and Dumplings, which is actually another place that I've wanted to go for a while and haven't been to.
You never know.
I was just double checking it is actually Sunday, but it is. It is Sunday night, and what I am going to do is sit my bum down, right next to the Christmas tree because it obviously won't be staying up for too much longer. And I think it is time to update this calendar and bring in the next one for 2026. So I'm gonna sit and fill everything in this calendar I have been eyeing up for years. Not because it's expensive and I didn't want to buy it, but we usually get a little custom calendar where every month it is a different photo of the dogs. So for example, December is a photo of each of the girls in their little Christmas jumpers in the snow. But this year I didn't get around to doing it. And in fact, actually, my 2025 calendar, I made an error when I was ordering it, and it is 2024, so all of the days and dates are actually incorrect, which has been stressing me out for a full nearly 365 days. This year I've got the seasonal eating calendar, which is pretty much what it says on the tin. It is a calendar where every single month it shows you what is in, what's coming into season, what's best, and what's going out. And I didn't actually realise until I ordered it that it actually, in the centerfold, it's got 4 different recipes for each of the seasons, which I just think is so lovely. So basically, anyone in the Northern Hemisphere could theoretically use this calendar as a guide as well. It's done by a girl called Emma Cantley, whose Instagram handle I believe is mainly breakfast. So even if you don't have the calendar and you don't plan on getting it, you can still keep an eye on all of the illustrations every month because she does post them over on there, and that is actually how I found her. So yeah, I'm gonna sit down, fill in all of the key dates that we've got in our calendar already, just so that I don't miss anything. I don't think there's going to be too much, to be honest, but I think it's quite a nice thing to do on the 28th, getting prepped before the New Year's, and just a way to wind down at the end of the week. So I'm gonna pop myself on a cup of tea, put the candle on, and just right away. Writing this has just made me realise quite how many birthdays we've got in January. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 birthdays. I feel like that is quite a lot. And do you know what? Out of those, I've actually already got 2 gifts sorted. So I feel like I'm being organised this year. Usually it's all last minute for birthdays in January. But no, we're not going into 2026 with that energy. Okay, let's get back to writing. Also, I wasn't sure how much I would love drinking out of this Gustav Westman cup that I got for Christmas, but it's actually a dream to drink out of, and it's the perfect size. I don't know about you, but I am one of those people who never ever finish the last dregs of a coffee or a cup of tea. So having it in like a smaller cup, I know it's not a mug, just feels like the right amount. Like I don't want a massive gallon of tea. If I want another one, I'll just make another one, but I don't want it all at once, because by the time you get to the bottom of it, it's cold. But not in this one. And how bougie does it feel putting it back in its little chunky holder? I love that. It's all about romanticising the little moments, I tell you. This one's my favourite. They're so gorgeous. This was when we were on holiday for Joe's birthday in the Isle of Skye, and it was just the most stunning little cabin, and look how cute they are in front of the window. And even better, there's some sheep in the back.